It's been a really long time since I posted any tutorials. Today I'm going to teach you guys how to make a 3D lighting like pack. So I want to start off this video by saying that this tutorial is not for beginners. It's absolutely not for beginners, whether you are a beginner in After Effects or in Blender, because we're going to use both. You need to have like the basics of both of them, so you don't get like confused or you don't see it like too complicated, because this is a complicated tutorial. Before I start, I just want to say two things. The first thing is this is basically a extended version of the back tutorial that he included in his project file. The reason why I'm really extending his tutorial because he only showed you how to make the 3D depth map, how to make the depth map 3D in Blender. He didn't really cover everything in Blender. He also didn't teach you how to make the light itself in After Effects, because we're only going to be using Blender for the 3D depth map, let's say, but he didn't really cover everything. I'm just doing this tutorial because he said in the end of his tutorial, he said if you know more, then share your like knowledge, share it with everyone. So yeah, I'm doing a tutorial about it. So you're gonna start off by getting your clip. I flow framed the same clip that he used. After I remap the scene, you will need the scene to be depth scanned, so you can use depth scanner, you can use enemy scripter, you can really use any depth scan method, doesn't matter, you just need your clip to be depth scan. So after that we hop on Blender. After you render your depth scan scene, you import it into Blender, and then let me just so after I adjusted the camera, this is not really a good adjusting. You don't even need to adjust the camera right now. I'm just like doing this because why not. You hop on the geometry node panel. So after you open the geometry nodes, I'm gonna basically use the same tree that he used, but I'm just gonna tell you like what to add and where to link it, because he just put the screenshot there. First of all, you're gonna add zip position and then add combine XYZ. You put the vector to the offset, and then you're gonna add the grid. Connect the mesh to the geometry. Make the size 1.778 since it's 1080p. Let's make this like, yeah. I'm gonna just make it like he did it. I'm gonna make 500 and 500, and then you're gonna also drag your depth scan here. You're gonna connect this to the UV map, and you're gonna add scene time so it actually move. You need also to check these two so it actually moves. You connect the color with the combine XYZ connected with the Z. As you can see, it's not really smooth. We're gonna make it smoother, and we're gonna also get rid of this. So first of all, we're gonna start by removing this thing up there. We're gonna add a delete geometry node. We're gonna add it basically in the middle of this, and then we're gonna add the edge neighbor, and then we're gonna add the equal, and we're gonna make this number 1 and connect the result to the selection. And as you can see, we moved the thingy up there. Now we're gonna make it smoother because this is not gonna work. So we're gonna duplicate the set position node, add a blur, add it here, and then after you add the blur, you add a position node, and then you play with the number until it get like smoother. I think 25 is fine. We might increase it or decrease it later if we needed to. So this is basically the node tree. If you missed anything and you want to like recheck, it's a little bit messed up because I usually do my nodes or do any nodes in like the shading tab or the geometry nodes like this. It's always like messy. And now basically, if you can see, when we take our light source, it's actually, you can already see what it does. Let me just break down what I did right now. After you set up your geometry nodes like I did, first of all, you're gonna go to the world, and you're gonna delete your world so you have more like shadows and whatever. And then you're gonna add lights. You're gonna try to have something that look like this and even better than this. Try to like add light so your scene looks like a depth map, which is have like dark areas here, which is when we add some effects, it's not gonna, when you have it mapped, it doesn't affect the black areas and it affects the white areas. In this case, if we're gonna make lightning, we want the light to be on the mouth, just like Pac did. So just really try to play with the light until you get like this area is dark and the area that you want to glow is actually light, you know. This would be much better if you have a better depth map than I did. I think the pack depth map was perfect. I don't know if he like made it himself or he used like a method that I don't know, but this is what it looks like with the enemy scripter. So after you finish with your Blender scene, you're gonna render the animation. Now we back to After Effects. We have our depth map layer here. We're gonna hide it and then we're gonna add levels to the depth map layer and then switch it to Luma mate and increase the input black. Play with the levels pretty much just to have the same thing that back had. I think this is pretty decent. And after we did that, we're gonna pre-compose. We're gonna basically decrease the opacity of this like very much. We're gonna go for like 7, 8, 10, 12. I think 13 is cool. And then we're gonna duplicate it and have the normal opacity on, and then import the 3D render. Let me just adjust it. And then here we add Tritune to this to make it blue, just like Beck did. And then we enable this and also Luma mate it and add levels to it. We will add tint and then we will just really play with the levels pretty much and add fastbox lure on it. Increase the number a little bit to 35, let's say, and then add optical glow. Try to also play with the glow. So basically that's really it. You can get better results by doing two things. First of all, is color correcting this actual clip to make the colors normal, not green like this, and instead of adding tint like I did. And second of all, which is getting a better depth map. If you see, the pack clip have better depth, and that is basically because of his depth map. I think he masked his depth map, he made it like his depth map himself, but a depth map will just give you better lighting and also better light on Blender to make the scene better. Will also give you better results. I just basically teach you the method and you can use this same method to do the other type of lightnings that he did. If you guys like this video, I will actually do a part 2 explaining how to make this light. It's in the same edit, but it will take a little bit of time because we will have to do a custom spotlight and then do other stuff. If you guys like this tutorial, I'm gonna make a part 2 and make a tutorial on how to make that light. Anyway, thank you guys for watching.